everybody, this is Shannon from Wise Woman Oracle, and I'm coming to you tonight with this week's energy forecast. And we're just coming off of a full moon in Scorpio, so this week may have brought up some challenges for you. You may have been asked to look at some of the darker parts of yourself, or sadness, or anything that has kind of been left in the shadows is now coming up to the surface and asking to be looked at and healed. So if you've been feeling a little bit off or a little bit tired or sad lately, just know that this is what the Scorpio moon is asking us to look at, and that everything that does come up is for your highest good and for your ultimate healing. And working with it, even though it can be challenging, is also something that's really beneficial and works in layers. So even if with this full moon you didn't get through all of the issues or all of the things that have been kind of in the back of your mind or have been in the shadows of your life, it's okay. It's just a matter of acknowledging them and knowing that over time you'll begin to peel back the layers on things like hurt or sadness or questions that have been on your mind for a long time that maybe haven't been answered, or a sadness or something that is just not serving you that maybe you haven't looked at closely in a long time. So just allow yourself the time that you need to investigate it and to feel for yourself, okay, what stays and what feels good and what's ready to leave. So on a lighter note, I'm going to be using the Mermaids and Dolphins deck because I wanted to bring in some bright, sunny energy. We had a really beautiful weekend where I live. Yesterday was gorgeous. Today was a little bit hot and humid. It's not my favorite type of weather, but I really appreciated the sun after so many days of rain. And this deck just makes me think of the ocean and sunshine and summer. So we'll see what the cards have to say to us tonight. I'm going to shuffle them as I always do and pull 3 cards. And I'm just going to ask that anybody who's tuning into this receives the message that they need to hear tonight. Even though everybody's going through something different, I believe that when I have a circle or when a group of people tune into this energy forecast or even my live readings, that they receive something that they need to hear. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards for our week ahead for everybody tuning in. So guys coming out, actually 2 want to come out for the second part of the reading, and that's fine. Okay. Okay, our first card is empowerment, and the message is you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. This has actually come up for me a lot this week, where I felt like in some ways I was trying to dim myself or keep myself less than to make other people feel safe and happy. And that's been a pattern for me. That's something that I've done many times in my life. And this time I recognized it, and I realized that I really don't have to do that. So if there's a part of your life where you're feeling less than powerful, or if you're feeling like you've had to dim your own light and not shine as much as you can and should, just acknowledge that. What I did was I saw it, I acknowledged it, I sent myself compassion and forgiveness for feeling that way and for not really stepping into my own light. And I really set the intention to do better next time, to bring up that part of me that wants to be seen and wants to be heard. And even if that part maybe has some challenges doing that in the presence of other people, I think it's important that I continue to grow that. And I think that that's the same message for everybody listening tonight. Where in your life are you feeling less than powerful? And how can you bring yourself into the light? How can you let yourself be seen and heard so that your needs are heard? Because your voice really does matter. And even if somebody isn't acknowledging you or giving you the validation or the credit that you deserve, you still can give it to yourself. You can still acknowledge yourself and stand tall in who you are. So let's see how it plays into the second 2 cards, which wanted to come in together. Wow, so we got the treasure chest and we got yes. So this is a really positive sign. I'm going to read this reading coming off of the empowerment card, which is you stepping into your light. And when you do that, you get the treasure chest, which is both internal treasure of And actually, it's so funny because the picture, she's opening this treasure chest and the light is shining out on her. And I was just talking about stepping into your light. So the symbolism of that is really important. Where in your life do you need to step into the light? And when you do that, you receive all of those inner rewards that say, yes, I feel good. I feel like I'm worthy. I deserve this, which is a pattern that a lot of people have. They don't feel worthy of receiving. And it's also financial abundance too. So it's internal treasure of your own positive emotional state, and then it's also receiving a windfall. The message on the card is, I should have read it before, an unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. Abundance can take many forms, but this card is specifically about financial abundance. So if anybody's listening who has questions about money or who is looking for other sources of income, this is a confirmation that that is coming to you. As you do the work and you put yourself out there, it will come in for you. It'll manifest for you. And then the yes card is a nice confirmation, so it's a yes. Good things are coming, both internally and externally. But the key is not to just kind of sit back and let things come or wait for things to come, but to step into that feeling of empowerment, to feel really good about yourself and to not feel like you need to step into the shadows. So with the Scorpio moon, it's all about the shadow work. We're stepping out of the shadows into our light. And our last card, self-forgiveness. This is a different energy than our middle two cards. This is a result card too, I'm getting, that this is kind of where we come to at the end of this cycle of stepping into our power, receiving all the gifts that are there. And what happens is, like I had said before, self-compassion, self-forgiveness for the times in our lives when we haven't felt powerful or when we haven't stepped into our light as much as we know we should have. And a lot of times people can beat themselves up or feel really badly about themselves that, oh, I didn't say this, or I should have done that. And this is a message about really taking a step away from that and saying, okay, maybe I was feeling scared. Maybe I was feeling like an old wound was being triggered or there was some trauma replaying for me. And I wasn't able to do the thing that I knew I should have. And that's okay. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Forgive yourself for any part that you may have played in anything that didn't quite go the way that you wanted it to, or where you maybe feel a sense of shame or guilt. Just release that all now. And that will really pave the way for you to move forward. When we hold on to past wounds, when we hold on to the hurts, they do hold us back in a lot of ways because we're focused on them and our attention isn't on the treasure chest, both within and outside of ourselves. It's on the hurt. So focus on that beautiful treasure chest. And also going along with that is the solar plexus too, which is the seat of our power. And it looks like a sun. The energy center is bright yellow, and when it's healthy and vibrant, it's like the sun that radiates out from the center of your body. So if you ever feel small or less than, or if you're feeling like you just don't know what to do or you're confused about what path to take, tune into that center in your body. See what path would give you the brightest light. Where would you shine the brightest? And that's exactly the direction you should move in. So thank you everybody who tuned in tonight for this week's energy forecast. It looks like a really brilliant, beautiful week, and that a lot of loose ends that may have come up from the energy of the full moon last week are really being tied up. The story's being closed as we move into next week. As always, I'm at wisewomanliving.net. You can go there and sign up for a free mini reading if you haven't already, if you're not a part of my newsletter. And I'm offering soul path readings, reading Reiki combos, and if you just want a quick one question, one card answer, I do offer emailed readings. So you can go to my website and look at the info on that and book it really easily. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you on Thursday for our free reading night. Good night.